Home surveillance video just into our newsroom right here, showing the fiery explosion moments after that plane went down shortly before 4 a.m. We've learned that 6 passengers were on the plane. The National Transportation Safety Board says the number of deaths is not known, but Sound Talent Group confirms 3 of its employees were on board and killed in that crash. One of those victims was the company's co-founder, Dave Shapiro, who's listed as the owner of the plane. Another 8 people on the ground suffering injuries, 5 of whom were hospitalized for smoke inhalation. At least 100 residents have been displaced because of this crash, 1 home destroyed. According to authorities, the small jet took off last night from Teterboro, New Jersey, about 6 miles from Manhattan. It made a stop for fuel in Wichita, Kansas, and it was scheduled to arrive at the Montgomery-Gibbs Executive Airport in San Diego at 3:47 a.m. But the plane crashed moments before.
And right now, NTSB crews are already on scene with more federal investigators on the way.
From the investigation to the musicians on board and the people who heard the explosion, we have a lot to unpack here. Let's get straight to Eyewitness News reporter Jessica DeNova. She is live on the scene in San Diego County, kicking off our live team coverage. Jessica.
You can clearly see the trajectory of that plane here behind me. It appears to have hit power lines on the street over, then have struck this home here behind me. Federal investigators, like you said, are now on scene to piece all of this together. This home security camera video, part of the investigation into the deadly plane crash in the Murphy Canyon community of San Diego.
If you look at the path that it took behind me here, you can see that its trajectory came through this direction, took out the front of that house, and it ended up here to the right behind me.
First responders say the area was covered with dense fog in the early morning hours.
It was dense fog throughout the whole plateau that we had up here. We do have a clipped power line behind us. NTSB and FAA are looking into that.
Found fragments of the airplane that are not yet to be identified underneath the initial power lines, and then we do have a wing on the road just on the other side here, and the remainder of the wreckage appears to be on the street just behind you. San
Diego police confirming at least 2 fatalities of people on board the plane, but the National Transportation Safety Board now says the number of deaths is unknown. The FAA says 6 people were on board. According to the NTSB, the 1985 Cessna 550 Citation flying in from the Midwest, scheduled to land at the Montgomery-Gibbs Executive Airport just before 4 Thursday morning, instead hitting a power line, 1 home, and multiple vehicles. The music agency Sound Talent Group saying in a statement 3 of its employees, including co-founder Dave Shapiro, died in the fiery crash. According to the FAA, Shapiro has a pilot's license and is listed as the owner of the plane. Investigators with the NTSB say people can expect these closures to remain at least through tomorrow. That's how long they plan to be here. Then they plan to relocate the remains of this private jet on Saturday. Reporting live in San Diego, Jessica DeNova, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.